Hello, this is the TradeSet U.S. Stocks, Futures, and Forex Market Preview for the week beginning Sunday, the 13th of August, 2023. I cannot believe it's August already, and we're halfway through. Ending Friday the 18th, which will be just normal options expiration, not a triple expiration, but it's normal options expiration. July and August are usually the most boring options expirations of the year. They are in the middle of summer. People are on vacation. Obviously, the market's been extremely dead. So it's not usually a big deal for options expiration in August, but just so we know, that is what's Friday, which means if there's an options unraveling move, it could be on Wednesday, potentially Thursday, but I don't think there's going to be much of a move based on what we've seen this month. Here's the dollar index daily chart. Just kind of flat, nothing going on here. Pretty unexciting. Got the pound. Dollar not working. Okay, this is interesting. Forex stuff. Let me see what's going on here. This is interesting. Oh, all right. All right, we'll get back to that in a minute. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form, as it should be. By the way, the Forex stuff was dead flat. I don't know what the charts are pulling up for, but it was dead flat all week, so there's really nothing there to get excited about. It's just summer. August is the worst month of the year for Forex on average. ES barely drifted down this week again. Pretty tight range coming off of that 13 sell signal. Even though the sell signal got violated by a little bit, that's kind of the top, right? Here's the S&P cash. Like I said, down a couple points for the week. You'll see it in the intraday action better. NASDAQ 100 also down just a little bit. Russell 2000 pulled back a little more sharply after almost making new highs and couldn't quite get there. Crude oil inventories, near the highs, 83.19. But look how flat it's been all year, obviously. But we are near the high of the range. Can't deny that. 1946, gold's more at the low of the range. And it is what it is from that perspective. Bitcoin sitting at 29,395. This thing's been pretty much here for 2 months. Not much going on. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up on Tuesday and Wednesday, but then back down Thursday and Friday. Basically, bonds down, rates up, as they say, and we're heading back near the lows. The VIX closes at 14.99. That's pretty low for the VIX, so that's unexciting, but that seems like a summer thing. Obviously, you can see June, July, August, the VIX gets really light. Advanced decline ratio in the New York. It's been kind of back and forth all week as usual, but kind of flat on Friday, because Fridays in the summer are the worst. As Rich likes to say, Friday is the new Saturday, so Thursday is the new Friday. You basically have a 4-day week from a trading perspective. The trend closes at 0.97, puts the 10-day moving average up above 1.09, well above the 0.85 level. That's the blue line, so we've got no sell signal on the broad market there. Here's the 10-minute chart of the ES, so you can see the week. Small gap up on Monday. So you see Friday at the far left. Small gap up on Monday and drifted a little bit higher. Gap down Tuesday, filled the gap from Monday. Tried to curl back up. Didn't make it all the way back to fill the gap. Wednesday had a flat opening, dipped down, up, down. So far for the week, you're nowhere. Thursday, you gap up. You fill the gap from Tuesday morning, right? That's basically the high of the week. And then come back and close fairly flat. And so at that point, we're still basically flat for the week. And then Friday, gap down, come back up, and close flat. So the net of the whole week is that we lost about 14 points on the ES, which is not what we're talking about. NASDAQ a little more negative when you look at it, but I mean, it's really just, look, it's still summer, and we're just not seeing the excitement the way we like to see it. Apple closes, pretty flat for the week as well. And look at that little dip late, but pretty flat. Amazon just kind of a very slow, but not exciting drift lower. Meta, not much here either. Google also flat until, look at that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just dead flat. Friday, kind of a dip down and came back up type of thing. Goldman Sachs, a little bit weaker. The banks were a little bit weaker this week. Netflix, flat until Friday again. A little dip Friday for everybody. Tesla, same deal. NVIDIA, a little more negative for the week. And Zoom, just nothing here. But we've got no signals. We've got no real patterns. Nothing to hang our hat on for action or anything like that. I wouldn't be looking for breakouts on any of the major stocks. It's hard to find those right now, breakouts and all that type of stuff. So it is what it is. You got to look for PT plays. You got to look for secret Cobra signals on the bigger time frames. Do the option stuff. Do the futures stuff. The stock day trading is kind of boring and probably not going to change a lot. In terms of economic data here in the U.S., nothing on Monday at all. Canada's got their CPI on Tuesday, and then we've got our core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, and import-export prices. That's all at 8:30 a.m. on Tuesday Eastern Time. Business inventories and NAHB Housing Market Index at 10. Long-term tick purchases at the close on Tuesday. Wednesday, an hour before the bell, housing starts and building permits. 9:15 a.m. industrial production capacity utilization. 10:30 crude oil inventories. That's the weekly number. To this point in the week, we have no major data. Thursday, the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers, along with the Philly Fed manufacturing number. That's an hour before the bell. CB leading index 30 minutes into the market. Natty gas at 10:30. And no data here in the U.S. on Friday. So this is probably the most boring week possible from a data perspective. Middle of August in the summer, I can't imagine what could go wrong there. Plus, Friday is options expiration. So I would not expect much this week. Usually August is a positive month. This isn't happening right now. But again, just take it as for what it is. You can't change it. And trade accordingly. Don't go crazy. And we'll get back to work here shortly. Usually September things start to get exciting. Usually to the downside, but start to get exciting. So let's keep an eye on all that. Charts as usual brought to you by Ninja Trader. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.